Now fishing can be as difficult or as easy as you want to make it, and if you're a travelling angler, i.e. you go away with the family, take the kids out on the beach, and you just think, you know what, what's the fishing going to be like when I get there? It helps to take a bit of gear with you, because you'd just be bleeding if you come down here and saw all these fish getting caught and you couldn't get into the action. This is a little Tackle World species pack. It's just fantastic. You'll notice it's a whiting pack. I've got swivels, I've got hooks, I've got sinkers. That is all the gear I took with me on this trip to do this beach fishing. And this is amazing. I actually took my own worms with me. And I know it sounds a bit silly, we're using fresh worms that are caught from the beach today. But these things I've been catching a heap of fish on, and I'm gonna catch a fish on it now. Basically they're freeze dried. So all you do is open the packet, and those worms you'll see, I'm just gonna keep handing this off to my second pair of hands. Those worms are literally as hard as a rock. And due to the magic of television, you'll see the packet's now open. And all you gotta do when you get to your fishing destination, pop the worms into some water. Now if you're fishing in salt water, use salt water. I've just got a cup of water out of the surf. If I soak them for 20 minutes, they will be perfect, juicy beach worm, and I can catch a whole lot of fish. I'm gonna sit them behind my camera, and in a second, I'm gonna show you how they work. Oh, thought I was having a cup of tea for a second. There we go. There is my dehydrated worm. And I've left that in there for about 10 minutes. 20 minutes is the optimum time, but you'll see now, that is tough as. And the one thing I've actually found using these worms, they actually stay on the hook longer than a live worm, which is good, because if you get a little picker fish around, they don't actually take your worm off. And look how hard this thing still is. I'm just burying that on the hook. It's not coming off when I belt it out in the surf. And I found that a real advantage. So, one more time, I just leave a tail sticking out the bottom. Look at that. That is a worm I brought with me. Let's hope it catches fish. Eat it, eat it, eat it. Gotcha. Oh, he's a goer too.
Not bad, Paul, not bad.
Well, let me just say, the old Dynabait, it's the only way. How good was that? The interesting thing I've found about these fish, they've come in and had the whack whack, and then you let them go. I had one fish before, must have bit at least 10 times. Don't be too keen to strike. Use these big, long, soft rods, and basically let the fish hook themselves. I reckon this is a nice fish here. Ah, he's not too bad. He's no monster, but he is a beautiful whiting. And there you have the completed picture. You can now see you can bring your bait, you can bring your tackle, you can fit it all in your bag. And you come on a fishing holiday, you don't need a boat, you don't need $1 million. Just a fishing rod, a bit of bait, a couple of hooks, and you can have all the fun you need. There you go, Mr. Whiting. And away he goes. Watch him go. Come on, there you go. Beach is that way. Actually, I lied. The beach is that way. There he goes.